Welcome to the Giving Tuesday information session. I'm Amanda Johnson. I'm the Executive Director of the ASXL Rare Research Endowment Foundation. We are grateful to everybody who is interested in hosting a fundraiser for Giving Tuesday this year. So this presentation will walk you through the basics of what Giving Tuesday is, how to build a successful campaign, and then we'll actually demonstrate how to build your campaign in Facebook. We have a demonstration at the end. And at the very end of the presentation, you can take any questions. So first, what is Giving Tuesday? It is an international day of generosity. It was created sort of as a corollary to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, the two retail holidays, and then I don't know who exactly added it, but Giving Tuesday was created, I think, about a decade ago as a day of generosity, as a corollary to those two more spending related holidays. It's always the Tuesday after Thanksgiving in the US. So this year it's Tuesday, November 29th. For the ARRE Foundation, it is our largest peer-to-peer fundraising campaign of the year. Last year, we had 18 volunteer fundraisers hosting campaigns, and collectively, they generated over 300 donations and raised over $20,000. So it's really significant for us as an organization, and we're really grateful to all the volunteers who pitch in and help to raise a pretty significant portion of our budget every year that allows us to do programming, education events, and continuing to build the research network of doctors and scientists who are working on ASXL-related disorders. So we use Facebook fundraisers for Giving Tuesday. We do this for a couple of reasons. They're really easy to create, they're really easy to share, and there are no processing fees. Facebook, that is now Meta, covers all of the processing fees. So 100% of what you raise supports the ARRE Foundation's mission. And we also know that a lot of our community is on Facebook, thanks to the Facebook family support groups. So it's a good medium for our community for a couple of reasons. So some campaign tips. You can see on the right, there's a calendar of suggested posts. I'll cover that in just a minute. But some really sort of broad things that we suggest as you start to build your campaign. We are happy to support you with a custom cover image for your campaign. You'll see this in the demonstration, but every campaign has the equivalent of a Facebook cover photo. So we're happy to create a custom one if you provide a photo of your child or your family, your whole family, whatever you'd like to use. We can create a branded cover image that has the Giving Tuesday logo and the ARRE Foundation logo on it. Helps personalize your campaign. We recommend launching your campaign before Giving Tuesday, at least a week before. As you probably know, Facebook and the algorithms at work don't always mean that what you post on that day is actually seen by your network that day. So if you're only posting on Giving Tuesday, the people in your network may not actually see your post for a day or two or more later. So we recommend a series of posts starting the week before to help build interest in your campaign leading up to and over Giving Tuesday. And then same thing for a campaign end date. We recommend actually concluding your campaign about a week after, so that if any of your messaging is reaching people in the days after Giving Tuesday, the campaign is still open to accept donations. We really recommend personalizing your campaign and sharing your story to your level of comfort. That's different for everybody, but sharing your diagnosis story, challenges that you've had, victories, things you're proud of your child for accomplishing, things that help paint a picture of your family's experience getting a diagnosis with an ASXL syndrome and what your life is like, and why it's important to support research and bring more answers to families like yours. Personalizing your campaign really helps entice your network and your donors to make an investment in research by making a donation to your campaign. Inevitably, there's always someone that you'll probably find in your network who is not a Facebook user or is just not comfortable making a contribution to your campaign directly through Facebook. If that's the case, we can offer them the opportunity to make a donation directly on our website, arrefoundation.org/donate, or if you just Google the ARRE Foundation, there's a big button on the homepage to take them to that donation page where they can make a gift by credit card, or they can make a gift by check and send it to us via mail. And the information to do both of those things is included in a campaign guide that I'll talk about in a minute. So again, going back to the calendar on the right, we recommend launching at least a week before. So that would be November 22nd, including a couple of posts running up to Giving Tuesday itself on the 29th, and keeping your campaign open through the 6th of December. So the campaign resources that we have, I'm excited to share that we have a new campaign guide that I've just written in the last couple of weeks here. This is in response to some great suggestions from families for materials. So this has turned out to be quite a robust guide with lots of different information that families can use, copy, paste, tinker, tailor, just really the goal is to help give you lots of fodder for your campaign, whatever you'd like to use and you're comfortable sharing. So in that campaign guide, that's a screenshot of the table of contents on the right. There are suggested posts. There's text about each of the 3 ASXL syndromes, what the ARRE Foundation is trying to solve for and why we need research. There are 2 suggested posts about with the guidance and sort of helping you frame your family story that you're welcome to use as a template. There's information, as I mentioned earlier, about how to give by check or to give directly on our page if you have donors who don't want to give through Facebook, and then links to videos and images that you can use to populate your campaign. So we have videos for each of the 3 syndromes, and coming video about the ARRE Foundation that will be available before we get to Giving Tuesday, working on that in the next couple of days, and other images to help support your posts as well. And all of this information is available on our website, arrefoundation.org/GivingTuesday. That all the campaign resource guide will be posted there, links to the videos, how to request a custom image, and other graphics that you can download and use. And then, of course, you can always ask me. That's my email address. Please reach out anytime if I can help you with anything. So next, we're going to do a quick demonstration of what it looks like to actually set up a Facebook campaign. And at the end of this video, I'll be able to take any questions that you might have. I'm Amanda Johnson, Executive Director of the ARRE Foundation. This video is a quick demonstration of how to create a Facebook fundraiser. There are 2 ways to get to launching a Facebook fundraiser page. You can enter this URL, facebook.com/fund/ARRE Foundation in your browser, or you can navigate to the Giving Tuesday website and launch it directly from there. So I'm going to launch it just here from the URL. And it immediately pops up your campaign page. So here is where you're going to customize your fields to create your custom campaign. So you do that on this tab to the left. You may also do this in mobile. This is the desktop experience, but the steps are extraordinarily similar if you do this from the mobile app on your from your phone or another device like a tablet. So the first thing to change is the fundraising goal. We recommend a $500 campaign, but you know your community best. So if you think you can raise more than that or would like to hone in on a smaller number, you can enter what you think your community can help you raise here. So I'm going to use $500. If you're in the US, you'll select US dollars as your currency. If you're elsewhere, you can choose your own currency. Next, we're going to choose when our fundraiser should end. We're going to choose the week after Giving Tuesday. So Giving Tuesday is November 29th this year. We're going to choose December 6th. This will keep your campaign active for any last minute stragglers who may receive your messaging after Giving Tuesday itself and want to contribute to your campaign. Next, you choose a name for your campaign. The default will be the name from your Facebook profile and then fundraiser for the ARRE Foundation. If you'd like to change this to something that's more reflective of your family, please feel free to do that here. You could use your child's name. You could add Giving Tuesday, anything you want you can add here, and that will ultimately be what shows up over here on the campaign page itself. Next is your campaign description in this text box here. This text here will pre-populate automatically. This is what the ARRE Foundation has set as the default text. This first part is Facebook's default text, and then the next 2 paragraphs are text that we have included that's very wide and broad. This is an opportunity for you, if you're comfortable sharing more of your family's story, to add some additional information about why your family is affected or how your family is affected by an ASXL syndrome and why you're raising money to support ASXL research and education through the ARRE Foundation. And in our guide, our Giving Tuesday guide, there's some sample text that you might consider customizing and copying and pasting into this box. Then at the bottom is the cover image. That's this big image here that will be the lead image in your fundraiser, both in on mobile and on desktop. So this is the desktop view, and this switches over to the mobile view. You're welcome to just use this this default image that it pulls by default the image that is the cover image for the ARRE Foundation's main page. So we've got this set as a Giving Tuesday image now. However, if you'd like to include a custom image, you click this little, it looks like a little deck of cards, click this here, and you'll it'll pop up your recent photos and you can upload a new photo. We are happy to provide a Giving Tuesday branded photo for your cover image that might include a picture of your child or of your family. We're happy to help create some of those for you. So that's something that you can request from me directly if you'd like to have a custom Giving Tuesday cover photo that is reflective of your family. And then from there, that's it. You just hit the create button and this will actually launch your campaign. So I'll do that here, and this will publish to my individual profile page as it creates. And this will now be available to everybody in my network. So the next thing, it's going to give you a little pop-up with some suggested tips for next steps. If you follow these steps, it will walk you through making some initial invitations to people in your network. I'm going to decline that now because our recommendation is actually to post a couple of informational posts to your fundraiser before you start inviting people. So there's additional information waiting for them on your fundraiser when they actually get there. And so from here, it's just like posting to Facebook. You can write a post, you can add a photo, you can add video, you could tag other members of your family. It looks very similar. It's exactly the same as when you post to your primary Facebook page. And we have lots of suggested posts, including images, video, outlines with recommendations for sharing your story, some suggested ask language that you can use throughout your campaign. After you've made several posts, now is the time to start sharing your fundraiser. So here are a couple of tools to help you do that. The invite button will open up your contacts, and you can actually choose people to invite to contribute to your fundraiser. So you just click these buttons, these invitation buttons here, and it sends out an invitation. You can narrow your list if you're parts of different groups. And then sharing your fundraiser will actually share this to your personal feed. If you're a member of a group, you can share it to a group. You could share it with a specific friend or maybe another member of your family, like your spouse or a close relative, if you'd like to encourage them to also share your fundraiser, which is a great way to help widen the network of where your fundraiser is seen and viewed. So those are the basic sharing tools to share your fundraiser, and you now know how to make a custom fundraising page in just a couple of clicks. Thanks so much for hosting a fundraiser to support the ARRE Foundation. I'm Amanda Johnson, Executive. All right, so those are the basics of how to create a campaign. If you have any questions, I'm happy to take them now.
I think you covered pretty much everything. The one thing I was wondering, privacy settings. So if because I do want to like maybe share with my husband for people he's friends with, but that I'm not necessarily Facebook friends with. Do you know how that works?
That's a good question. So when you publish a fundraiser, it is public, and you can't change the privacy settings. So even though even if your profile is locked down to like just your friends, the fundraiser itself will post to it will be publicly viewable.
Okay, great. I think you covered everything else.
Great. Well, thanks for attending the training. I'm going to stop our recording here.